The purpose of the scene builder is to act as a simple integrated editor. It won't replace your main editor, for now at least. Once inside of a project, you will be on the Creation tab, but then at the very top you can see the Scene Builder. Once here, you can use any of the creation methods available, like for example the text to video, frames to video, and the ingredients to video. You cannot create images. Once you start creating your different clips, they will all show up right here on a single timeline. Still, if you had clips from before, the only way to add them is by going back to the Creation tab, and when you go there, you will see the button Add to Scene. If I want to add this clip to the timeline, I need to click on this one, and we'll add a couple more so we can see the actual timeline. Once you add the clips to the Scene Builder, you will see all the different clips on a timeline populated right here. In my opinion, the interface could use an update. Maybe moving back and forth between the Creation tab and the Builder is just not very user-friendly. From here, you can play the whole timeline, just all the clips in a row. That's something that you can do. Very simple task for the Scene Builder. And then at the right side of the screen, you will have the download options and how long the timeline is. If you download the timeline, it will download all the videos in a row on one single video. You can click the arrange, and once you click it, you can just move and rearrange the different clips. Simple task. And if you want to remove them, you can just click on this one and you will just be removing the different clips. Of course, now I have nothing, but I cannot add them. We can remove, but we cannot add, which is a little bit weird if you ask me. I'm gonna go back again and just add a couple of videos. On here, you can select a video and you can see the handles at the left and the right. This means that you can crop the clip to refine or just adjust the timing of that clip. Now, another feature that you get is the plus icon. When I maybe go right here to a very specific frame, I can go to the plus and it says Save Frame as Asset. This means that when I click, let's say I like this frame, I like this shot, I can click on that plus and it will take a snapshot of this video and add it as a resource, as an asset to my images or uploads. And there we go, we have it right here. It takes a little bit of time to be added to your images. Now, the cool thing about this is that you can download the image, that very specific frame, to use it on maybe someplace else, or you can use that very specific frame as a reference on one of the creation video modes. If I go back maybe to here and I play the timeline, you will notice that every time that goes to a new clip, it's just a little bit clunky. It's just jumpy. Maybe we can see it right here. Almost there. There you go, it's just a little bit jumpy. Now, this is something that happens right here on the browser. If you download the whole sequence, you will be getting a very smooth playing sequence. And those are most of the editing actions that you can perform on the Scene Builder, but you can do a little bit more. When you select a clip and you click on the plus, you have two options, the Jump To and the Extend. The Jump To will look at the very last frame of your clip and it will create a new scene based on that image. For example, I will go to this one and almost the last shot is the couple walking and they are smiling. So let's say I'm gonna go here and click on Jump To. Notice that when you are on the Jump To, it will take a screenshot or shot of that very specific frame. Right now, we just need to prompt whatever that happens next. Now, the Jump To almost works like a hard cut. You're jumping to maybe a new location, or maybe you're staying on the same location, but something else happens. And it's a little bit more aggressive than just extending the scene. I could prompt for something like the couple is walking and then they enter into a club. So we are just defining the next scene instead of extending the same scene. One thing that you need to notice is that this is a lot more expensive than just creating a normal video with the 3.1 fast. I have that model selected, but if I go right here and we are doing the Jump To, I try to run it, it will let me know that no, I cannot do it. The only way to do this is by using the 3.1 quality. Now, if you know about Flow, the quality costs 100 credits, not 20 like the fast version of the model. So if you want to Jump To, it's a little bit expensive. I'm just gonna run it just to see what happens. I'm gonna change to the quality version and run the prompt. Okay, so we get it back. I'm gonna put the play hit right here and just play the entire timeline. They're walking, and there's a cutscene hard cut, and they are inside the club. So this is what the jump to will do. Also, notice that we selected the first clip on the timeline, and when we are jumping to, it will create it and put it at the end of the timeline. And I'm telling you this because the other function is the extend. And the extend will take the current clip and it will extend it on the same place. For example, I could go to the same clip. I could put something like, they start laughing with an evil style. So I'm not prompting for them to enter to a club. I'm not prompting for them to get into a car. I'm just taking into account the clip and the last frame and just prompting what happens on the same scene. Now notice that on this one, and you really need to check this, if you are running on the quality, this will run on the quality, but on the extend, you can use the VO 3.1 fast. It will cost you 20 credits. I'm gonna run the extend and see what happens. Okay, we get it. Let's play it. As you can see, the extend tries to maintain the exact same shot and action, essentially acting like a frame to video function where the starting point is automatically the last frame. You just take the last frame and you prompt what happens next on the same scene. On the jump to, we just jump to a different scene, which could be a different place, different vibe, different mood, different colors, different everything. Alright, so that's it. And I'm pretty sure that the scene builder will receive some updates in the near future and we will be able to do more things. Okay, so if you like all of this, please like and subscribe. This channel is supported entirely by viewers like you. If you want to support my work, you can buy me a coffee through PayPal, YouTube Thanks, and Patreon, and all the links are at the description.